Hello students, Mr. Giomini. Those of you getting ready to take your next EDM formative pretest on Wednesday due to not having really class on Tuesday because of your Beatles concert practice, I've kind of taken two questions to use them as a little bit of a front loading, so kind of giving you a little bit of a taste of what you're going to see on the pretest come Wednesday. So again, this next unit we're taking from our pre-algebra textbook, not necessarily your EDM text, but the pre-algebra. It's going to be a little bit of more percents that you've dealt with, converting decimals to percents, fractions to percents, percents to decimals and fractions, but then some more application that we're able to get into in the EDM textbook. So I have two cartoons here for you to take a look at. You can read those on your own at your own leisure. So take a look at the first question here. It says Sophia needs to earn at least 25% of her college tuition before her parents will help with the rest. Tuition for next year is $3,410. How much does Sophia need to earn? Well, first of all, I would love to go to the college that Sophia is going to and only paying $3,400 essentially. So I'm going to take a look. As with a lot of stuff we've done recently, you can kind of make it into an algebraic equation. So Sophia needs to earn at least 25% of her college tuition. I see that word of, I think multiplication. So she needs to earn 25% of her tuition before her parents will help with the rest. Tuition for next year is means equals $3,410. How much does Sophia need to earn? Of or is means equals. So if I think about this, she needs 25% of $3,410, and then her parents will pay the rest of that difference. So really I don't need an equation. This is just kind of straight multiplication really. So I'm going to take, let me change colors here. I'm going to take 25% of means times, I'm going to times that by $3,410. So this is going to tell me how much Sophia needs to make, and then her parents will take care of the rest. So using my calculator, I'm going to have to change this percent into a decimal. I don't have the percent button really on this calculator, so I'm going to change this to decimal. So all percents, that's 25 out of 100, which really is 25 hundredths. I'm going to times that by how much tuition is, which is $3,410. So I'm going to enter my calculator 25 hundredths. I'm going to times that by $3,410, and I'm going to get $852 and not 5 cents. I'm going to throw a zero there, 50 cents. So this is how much Sophia needs to earn this summer to meet that 25% of her tuition that she's going to cover, and her parents will take care of the rest. So there's an example of one problem you'll see, or an example of one problem that you may see on the pretest on Wednesday that will help you. Another question, taking a look at this one. Jane is paid $200 a week plus 12.5% commission on sales. What were her weekly sales if she earned $950? Okay, let's take a look at this, because any of you going to sales, work on commission, this will be something you need to know later on in life. Many of your parents may do this as well. So Janine is paid $200 a week. Oops, let me get my highlighter here. She's paid $200 a week. So regardless, Janine is going to get $200 a week. If she sells nothing, she gets $200 a week. If she sells something, she gets that $200 a week. So it's always the constant. Now, plus 12.5% commission on sales. So the plus tells me we are adding. So she gets that $200 plus whatever she gets on sales. Now she's getting 12.5% commission on her sales. What were her weekly sales? So we don't know what these were, so we'll call this S for sales. We don't know what they were, and we know that what were her weekly sales if she earned $950. So essentially she made $950 that week. So I'm going to do this with an algebraic equation. So I know that she earns $200 a week plus 12.5% commission on her sales, or of her sales, but we don't know how much she made and how many sales she made, so we'll call that S. That's going to be equal to the $950 that she made for that week. So taking a look at this, She made $200 automatically, plus whatever sales she made, she gets 12.5% of that. And when we combine these two things, we get her pay for that week, which is $950. So I'm going to solve this. The first thing I do here is, because this is 12.5%, I'm going to convert that to a decimal. I already know there's a decimal in there, but it's a percent. To convert that to a decimal, I'm going to move over once, twice. So really I'm going to rewrite this equation to being 200 plus 125 thousandths times S is equal to 950. Now remember, when we're solving these equations, we want to solve for S, evaluate for S. Right now, I need to get rid of that 200. Because this is my coefficient, I'm going to keep that there for a little bit. I'm going to get rid of this 200. To get rid of it, I need to subtract it. Do the inverse, do the opposite. That'll cancel out. Subtract 200 from there. I'm going to get what's left over here, 25 thousandths. S is equal to 0 minus 0 is 0, 5 minus 0 is 5, 9 minus 2 is 7. Okay, I want to evaluate for 1S, not 25 hundredths of an S. This says to multiply here, I need to do the inverse, which is to divide. So divide by 125 thousandths, sorry. That cancels out. Divide this side by 125 thousandths. I am left with S is equal to, now I can't do that in my head, 750 divided by 125 thousandths is equal to $6,000. So that means she made $6,000 in sales last week. Now, to check this, I can substitute it back into my original equation. So now I'll take 200. Actually, because this is that, not a scientific calculator, I'm going to take 125%, or 12.5% times the amount of sales, which made 6,000. So I'm going to have to convert that to a decimal again. So 0.125 times the 6,000. That equals 750. So that's 750 plus the $200 that she gets every week just for working for the company. And there I get the 950. So that does check. All right. Hope this is going to help you out on the pre-test come Wednesday. Take care.